Hi everyone, today we're going to be making one of these thumbprint cookies. Over here you can see all you need for this recipe, but as always you can find all the details in our website in the description of this video. We'll start off first by beating the butter for about a minute at medium speed. This will just make it easier to incorporate our brown sugar in just a second. Once the butter is a little creamy, we'll go ahead and add our brown sugar and increase the speed up to a high, and we're mixing for about 2 minutes. You may need to stop and clean the sides of the flat beater so that everything mixes well. Now we add our Dulce de Leche and mix at high speed for about 3 minutes. While it's mixing, add the shredded coconut, vanilla and egg. In the meantime, while all those ingredients are mixing, we want to sift the flour and corn flour together if you haven't done this beforehand. You can use a piece of baking paper or a bowl. The baking paper just makes it easy to add into the mixer. Reduce the speed down to a medium and we'll begin adding the flour slowly in small batches. Once all the flour is in, increase the speed up to high for about 2 to 3 minutes. You should have a very sticky dough by then. If you need to stop and scrape the sides, go ahead and do so. I definitely do so myself. Because the mixture will be very sticky, it can be a real challenge to get it out of the bowl. As you can see, it's not going anywhere, it is stuck to the flat beater. Just scrape the excess off with a spatula and we'll move to taking it out of the bowl. Flour your working surface as we will be very lightly working the dough. For the dough in the mixer, you can sprinkle some flour and work with a spatula to get it into a bowl, and then move to using your hands to get it out into the contact. Now we don't want to knead this like a usual dough, it's a very soft and gentle dough. Just gently rock it from side to side until it becomes uniform and covered in flour. It can be rolled into a bowl or rectangular slab like mine. Once we got the dough where we want it, we'll start cutting it up into small balls weighing about 22 grams or thereabouts. You can obviously make them bigger if you like, but you will have to cook them longer obviously. You can use a scale for maximum precision, but honestly, it's probably not necessary. Give them a little space between each bowl because they do expand when they cook. For the whole or thumbprint, I'm using this wooden spoon, but you can use anything. Just don't go completely through the dough, just make a small indentation. Here you can also choose to also fill the hole with Dulce de Leche or leave them blank. I will fill them with Dulce de Leche later once they cook. It is a personal preference in the way they look. Take to the oven at 175°C for 12 minutes. It should rise nicely and have this prominent crater on top. Upon coming out, they will be soft and quite easy to break apart. If you give it a day or two, they will harden and have that crunch that you're probably familiar with. I'm going to be topping these cookies off with a small amount of Dulce de Leche, but again this is optional. By themselves they will have a spectacular Dulce de Leche taste. I would recommend that if you do want to top them off, that you use room temperature Dulce de Leche, but it does depend on what it is that you want to do on top of the cookie as well. That is it for this week. We hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did eating these cookies. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and leaving a like on this video will help us out a lot. Otherwise, I will see you all next week.